my name is Sammy and congratulations on getting your very first Seint order. So exciting. So I'm just going to show you how to set up your compact and then just how to do your 5-minute makeup routine. So here is my compact that I'm just going to show you. If you're new with Seint and haven't ordered yet either, all of these tins come in a single. So you only get what you need and what you want. And so when you get your order, you're going to come in these gorgeous tins like this. You're simply going to slide the tin off, all right? It's very easy. And then you will just pop it right here into your compact. And you can rearrange your tins however you would like to. This compact has multiple layers. There are different compact sizes depending on your needs. So I have like eyeshadows on the bottom, some other items like that. And so that's how easy that part is. So go ahead and set it up. Like for me, I just put in the order that I put things on. So I did like my contour first, then my main highlight, my second highlight. I have my bronzer, my lip and cheek, illuminator, a lip conditioner, another illuminator that's also a perfume, and then I have my eyeliner and then the color to fill in my brows. But you can decide if you want to have like eyeshadows all up here and then have all your face stuff on the bottom layer, or have things mixed however you would like. So go ahead and get your compact all figured out how you'd like it, and then let's go for doing your makeup. I am simply going to be using the 3D brush just because it seems to be the most common, especially for beginners to try out with. It has a good medium coverage and it's very easy to use. You can flip and flop sides that you prefer to apply the product with and everything. And then I'm also going to be using a perfector sponge to help blend at the end. So let's go ahead and also grab some setting spray. Now I use setting spray because I have more dry skin, but if you have more oily skin, then you'll want to use a setting powder at the end. All right, and so I'm just simply gonna shake this, spray my face. Now, just to clarify too, I usually do at this part, I usually fill in my brows and then put on some mascara and fill in my eyeshadow, and then I put on my face. But simply today, I'm just showing you my face routine, okay? So I'm just gonna wait for this to dry for a second, okay? And now let's go ahead and get started with makeup. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the rounded side of my 3D brush. Now, if you have like the buff brush, then you would want to use the smaller side for applying your contour, and then if you have like the detail brush, you use this flat end, or you can even use this small end too. It really doesn't matter. You can just do your own preference. Like I said, there's really no right or wrong way to do this makeup. So I'm going to use this rounded edge though. If you end up using the pointed end, it's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm gonna just pick up my product. I have a little bit more of a firmer hand when I pick up my contour, and I am just going to place my contour where needed. So I'm going to put it right here on the corners of my forehead, just to kind of minimize the shape of my forehead, like this height of my forehead. And then also it's going to bring more attention to this area because that's where you want it. You want it in the eyes. So there you go. And this is not very hard. And if yours comes out like super dark, it's okay. Just move around the product. It'll all work out. And I'm just going to pick up some more, and then take your time, feel around for that cheekbone, get to know your face. And so I'm going to find my bone here. See how it's like nice and hard? And either you can put your contour right here, like on that bone, or you can go directly underneath it. See how my finger can kind of go underneath that bone? Or you could put it there and kind of hug it. Personally, I like to put it up on the bone just because I've noticed for myself that it helps lift my face a little bit more. It helps my face look a little bit slimmer. So there are good things. And so with my contour too, I usually have it end at the corner of my eye. You really just don't want to have your contour touch these lines, or else your contour is going to look very unnatural. It's supposed to mimic a shadow and just give an optical illusion to the eye. And so if you have it go into spots, see how like on this side too, I naturally have like some shadow that's coming in. That's what it's there to do. And so see how like there's never really shadow in this area? It looks kind of funky. It just looks out of place, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And you can either sweep it on, you can stipple it on, whatever you want to do. If you want some more on, you can go ahead and build more and more contour. There is nothing wrong with that. Now if you put it on too dark, it's okay. Just take your brush and just kind of move around your brush and move the product around. You can also use your damp perfector sponge and then move it around that way as well. Don't worry. And then you can also do your jawline. This part is optional, but if you want like nice defined jawline and also kind of hide any jowls for you more mature skin ladies, and then just make sure to drag it down your neck because you don't want like a harsh line right here. And then this is also a great way to help your neck and your face blend together with your makeup, because so many of us, like I know my neck and my chest is a little bit darker than my face, and so I'll be showing you bronzer too, and that's like a great tool to use. Okay, and then I'm also going to go ahead and do a little bit of contour. I almost did my bronzer. I'm going to put contour here on my nose, and I'm simply just using like the side part of the brush right here to apply it. You don't need a lot on the nose. See how I'm like kind of grabbing it on the side, and I'm just simply putting it on the top of my nose. You can even use your finger if you like to, but like I said, you don't need a lot of contour on your nose. Keep it light, but you don't want to forget about doing your nose. And then whatever's left over, I like to put on the bottom of my lip just to give a more pouty look. See how it looks like my lips kind of flipping over because of the shadow? Isn't that cool? Okay, so now I'm going to flip things over to the pointed edge of this brush. You can also use the rounded side. There's no right or wrong way. And then I'm going to give like more of a light medium pressure picking up this product. I know this tin looks small, but it should last you about 4 months. If you're going through it super fast, like within like 2 or 3 months, you might be using a little bit of too much product. So now I'm just simply going to put my product on and you can brush it on, or you can stipple it on, right? And I'll show you really quick too. So if you're using the buff brush, you'll use this big side, and you're simply going to lightly tap with this one because it does pick up a lot of product, and you want to stipple because this one will give you more of a full coverage. And you just simply stipple the product, and then you just add some product as you go with this brush, okay? But yeah, so I'm lightly just tapping. I'm not using a lot of product or anything like that. And you can just move it around, whatnot. There's really, and you don't want to put it where your contour is. You're putting it around the contour. Now, if you want to put all your highlight on first and then put on your contour, you can certainly do that. Like I said, like that is totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way, but I love that I can do this and just kind of give myself a nice crisp contour line, right? Okay, and I'm just simply putting the product on all around. And see, I just very lightly pick it up because a little bit of product goes a long way. And so if your makeup's feeling a little bit heavy, you might be using a little bit too much product, but that's okay. It took me, for anyone that's new with Seint, it took me about 2 or 3 times just to get used to how much product to put on the brush, how much product I needed for my face. But after that, it's super quick and easy. So don't you worry. Okay. And like I said, I usually put on my brows and stuff before all this because it's so much easier to fill in your brows before and doing your eyeshadow before having your face on. But I'm just just doing the face today. That's all my focus is. Okay. So there's that part. Let me just check my face out. Make sure I didn't miss any parts. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to move on to the second highlight shade, which I recommend it for most people because most everyone looks tired, has dark circles, something's going on underneath their eyes. So I'm simply going to just grab a little tiny bit. You can even use your finger, and I'm going to put it right here and the inside of my eye and then the outside of my eye, and kind of just do like an upward angle, like up towards the brow. Just see how I like kind of follow that line, just going to the outside of my brow, and see how it kind of just lifted my eye up a little bit. And this will help you look more awake, not so tired, because you guys, I slept terribly last night. I have a 10-month-old son right now, and he probably woke up 6 times last night. So I'm really tired, and so I look really tired. And so yeah, that's like a simple trick. So the trick is to don't put anything in the middle, or else don't do it like this, or else it's gonna make you look more tired than you are. It's gonna enhance like any bags or anything that you might have, because with shadowing, like the contouring, it's kind of hiding things. Like whatever you want to hide, you want to put it in the dark, right? Whatever you want to enhance, you bring light to it, if that makes sense. So since we want to kind of brighten up the eye area, not look so tired and all the things, you want to just kind of brighten that up. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit more, and I'm just going to simply do that line. And I literally just started doing this line. It's just something I kind of taught myself, and honestly, I love it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my finger, and I'm just going to put a line down the middle of my nose. Now, if you don't have a second highlight shade, that's okay. Just use your regular highlight shade for all over and put that down the middle of your nose. And there you go. So that's like the second highlight shade. Like I said, it should take you way faster than this for you to do, but I'm just taking my time. And sorry if I look this way, my son's sleeping, so I'm watching the monitor and he's moving around and now, and I'm like, please stay asleep right now, please. Okay, so there's those parts. Now I'm going to move on to my lip and cheek color, okay? And I'm going to use a nice rounded side, or you can even use your fingers to apply it and then use the end to blend it. So I'm gonna lightly tap because these are super pigmented. I know there's like barely anything on here, but your lip and cheek colors, so if you don't know what a lip and cheek is literally your blush and your like lipstick, lip gloss, whatever you want it to be. And these should last you at least 6 months, more like 8, just because the logo goes a long way. But like I said, this is very buildable, so if you want more color, you simply just add more. And I am putting my blush here on the side, like just above my contour. See, it kind of like does an ombre effect with my contour, because I want my face to look more slim. Now, if you already have like a really slim face and you want to kind of give a more fuller face look, then you want to put your blush more here in this area, okay? And I'll just show you really quick what to do if you just want to use your fingers. See, like I barely put my finger on this. And then here, let me blend this out. And then you can also blend it out this way. See? No right or wrong way. I mean, there's good, better, and best. I'll give it that. And my son's awake. So I will be back in just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do my illuminator with the bronzer. I'll have another video that you can watch if you're wearing bronzer, but yes, anyway, so with bronzer, you want to do that next, or you can even put it on before your lip and cheek color. It's totally up to you, but you definitely want to leave your illuminator for last. So with applying a cream illuminator, I'm going to be using my Perfector sponge, and it's going to be nice and damp. You can also use your finger to apply it, but I personally like using a damp Perfector sponge because it just blends it beautifully. And so the color I'm going to be using is called Honey, and I'm simply going to find that bone up here, and pretty much like the one that surrounds like your eyeball, like it's your eye socket, and you're going to put it right up here, okay? And this will just help give your skin like a nice dewy, glowy appearance. This is totally optional with your makeup routine, but if you're one of those that has like more dull skin and you just want a little bit extra oomph, this will definitely do it for you. I remember I did this on a friend. We just put on Pearl on her, and her skin looked like it was glowing. Like it wasn't dull. She looked more awake, more vibrant. It was so crazy how just something so simple could do that. And I'm also going to put a little bit on the tip of my nose, and then you can put on your Cupid's bow. Okay, and then also I forgot to put sandstone on my lips, so I show you sandstone. And you can use a brush as well to apply it. I usually do, but I'm just trying to show you. So yeah, and then you can even use like honey on your lips if you want to change out the color. I like to just put it right there in the middle. So that's so beautiful. And so yeah, and then when you're done applying your makeup, simply use your setting spray to finish it. Also blend it all with your sponge. Make sure you're doing an upward motion. And then also if you have oily spots, use the setting powder. Mine shattered a little bit ago, so sadly I don't have it. And I mostly recommend setting powder for people with super oily skin, and you're simply going to put it only where the oil is. So most people use the setting spray and the setting powder. They said like use the setting spray, and you can even use the setting spray like on the sponge and just target exactly where you want it, and then wherever you want the setting powder where you're most oily, which is most people it's like the T-zone, then you can put it there as well. But yes, this is my son Danny. Isn't he so cute? And he loves to get into mommy's makeup and play with all the things. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you would like to get color matched for anyone that is new, I'd love to help you get started with this. You will seriously love this makeup. You guys, mom life is wonderful. I love being a mom. I mean that seriously. And so yeah, and then feel free to share this with your friends that would love this makeup as well. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Keep on watching more of my videos, and you can subscribe, follow, whatever you need to do.